Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dragon Roost Radio, a Toon Link podcast. This is a podcast that is run by the Toon Link Discord and various members of it. This is a project that we're attempting to do to push the Toon Link metagame, to bring all of our players together, and to unify all of our resources so everyone has the same place to learn from. It's going to be a really exciting endeavor that we hope will help Toon Link get to the representation and the power that we know that he can achieve. My name is Moobs, and on the mic with me today we have BSP.
Hey guys, I'm BSP from British Columbia.
We have 3XA.
Hello, I'm 3XA from the west coast of the US.
We have Fury.
Hey guys, I'm Fury from Florida in the US.
We have Halfie.
Hey guys, I'm Haffy. I'm from New England in the US.
And myself, Moobs. I'm from Ontario, Canada. So, for today's podcast, the topics that we're planning to talk about are the timelines that Toon Link has experienced from the end of Smash 4 until now. We're hoping to talk about some of the good and bad aspects of Toon Link, buffs, nerfs, things we want to see adjusted, things we like about him, and then closing off with some notable Toon Link players, results, and where you want to go if you want to see this character in action. So, with the timeline that Toon Link has experienced from then until now, I think the best place that we can start, I'd say, is the end of Smash 4. So, what did the end of Smash 4 look like for Toon Link?
So there was some big results, particularly from the Japanese players like Sigma and Rima, and Yeti had a huge win, which was 3-0 over Salem towards the end of Smash 4.
So we can kind of say that Toon Link ended on a high note. There were some questions whether the character was mid-tier or high-tier. I think, at the very least, we could say he ended well, hopefully high-tier in people's eyes. So we were optimistically excited for what Ultimate could bring for him. Then we got up to the build-up of Ultimate's release. From the trailer, from E3 2019, from there, we saw things like Toon Link's forward smash change, and we were hopefully excited for things like back air changes, but what did we see that between E3 and his release?
I don't think that there was a lot of discussion over what had changed, particularly outside of the Toon Link community and all of us as a community. I think that there was mainly talk about his up tilt and his F smash, because a lot of us looking in on the demo, I remember a lot of people were talking about whether up tilt was the same or whether it was different, because there was a lot of demo footage of where it looked like it connected differently, and with the new engine, how all that would work together.
Yeah, I remember that there was only one sort of viral tweet on how on anything Toon Link changed, which is Toon Link is extremely buffed, and it was this Twitter combo with Max Rage Toon Link trying to do a back air combo on Sheik.
He started on the top platform of Battlefield too.
No DI. No offense to the guy. I respect that he tried to say Toon Link looks cool, but it was pretty inaccurate, all things considered.
I mean, it's still a thing that exists. It's just not really a thing if people DI.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened once Ultimate released? We got December 7th, everyone got the game, people were excited to try all these new characters. What happened with Toon Link?
I remember that there were a lot of people, remember how the game itself got leaked, and how a couple people from around here were trying out exactly how he was in the hacked and leaked copies of the game. And I remember a lot of people were really excited because they thought that he was going to be really, really good, and probably one of the best iterations that he has been. And particularly because before the game was released, there was I guess you can call it a glitch now, where you could Z-drop any item during hit stun, which meant that we could basically combo break frame 0, and it was this huge discussion around the Discord.
I also remember actually well, I guess not the removal, but because of the changes to the engine, Bomb Fake Out and Jump Cancel Throw, which were two of Toon Link's most important techs from Smash 4, were not really removed, but made kind of insignificant, and that upset a lot of people.
So I think for me, as soon as Ultimate came out, coming from Smash 4, because of the new engine especially, he felt so much faster that right out of the gate, I was super optimistic. Oh my god, this Toon Link's amazing. So then I played him for a few months, and some of that glimmer went away a little bit.
What happened?
I don't know, just it didn't, after the first few months, it didn't feel like that speed was really making up for what they took away.
You have to keep that relative in mind with everybody got speed buffs, not just Toon Link, and so
Exactly.
it's kind of minimal compared to other people.
Exactly.
Especially considering characters like Roy that got like massive buffs from Smash 4.
Yeah, there was everyone got faster, but what I remember a lot was that everyone was basically really excited to see how Young Link played, because Young Link coming back was exciting. There was a lot of like Twitter combos of him like being high in action, all these cool looking combos that we hadn't seen before, and everyone kind of forgot about Toon Link for a long time. And the people who did stick around and said we're gonna try to stay dedicated to Toon Link, there was a lot of things that felt wrong, right? Like one of the biggest ones I think was that Bomb was not comboing nearly as good as it used to.
They changed the knockback so it went straight up. At least people went straight up a lot faster than Smash 4.
It took a lot of adjustment from everyone, honestly. Like, especially with the decreased end lag on everything. Most everything in the game besides people's normals. It made it a lot harder to kind of get in and actually get the confirms that we wanted. And at the beginning, that was kind of a deal breaker for a lot of people. And I noticed a lot of people were getting upset about it over social media and all these other things. And they kept seeing all these other clips of other characters, and they just kind of fell off of the character, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I feel like before Smash Ultimate, Toon Link's biggest Twitter presence was basically Zan. And when Zan made the transition from Toon Link to Young Link, that kind of took away a lot of the momentum that Toon Link had. And we weren't seeing a whole lot of him, especially on Twitter, or even in like tournament results early on.
And I think if we want to go back to that bomb bit for a second, I wanted to mention also our bomb, Toon Link's bomb used to go through every projectile in the game pretty much, and then now a single send it back. So that was another issue.
Oh yeah, bomb bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bombs used to go through everything. Now they bounce off everything, and he gets outcamped sometimes now. That kind of sucks.
I think it gave him a way worse matchup against Zoners, especially Mega Man. And like, if Fox wants to play campy, even his laser will bounce that bomb. Like, it's really annoying.
But I think a buff to Toon Link's bombs that people don't talk about is that they travel horizontally a lot faster now. I don't think that's placebo because I've been playing for long enough to know to say that.
Another thing that sucks about them is the increased end lag. All items have like more end lag and stuff right now, right? Or like at least Toon Link's item throws, they have more end lag. So combined with less hits done in Ultimate, now you just have it being much harder to make combos happen sometimes.
I think the slow up is even started in Smash 4 too.
It comes out a bit slower except for running, but there is tend to be a larger frame difference between when the bomb comes out and when you're able to act again. The fastest is like frame 15 for a backwards throw, otherwise it's like over 20 frames.
Yeah, and another move that changed a lot that a lot of people initially thought was worse was forward smash.
I still think it's worse.
Yeah, I think it still is worse.
I kind of have gotten accustomed to it, and personally I think that it's about the same. I think it still has a lot of uses that the old F Smash didn't have.
I do appreciate that it swings up higher and you can kind of anti-air.
Yeah, and you can use it as an anti-air. I think the biggest thing was that it didn't hit below ledge as well as it used to, which meant that we couldn't close out stocks from people re-grabbing ledge as easily without using Dare or F-Tilt, but the fact that F-Tilt got such a revamp that it did really helped us kind of solidify our ledge trapping game in this game, rather than having that option of using F-Smash at ledge.
Yeah.
I think going back to the bombs real quick, it's important to note that we can actually Z-drop normally now.
Oh yeah.
Z-dropping, oh my god.
Z-dropping in Smash 4 could only be done without the tether if you tried to Z-drop on the first frame you were airborne, which in a lot of cases was really not practical, because the tether would always come out and it would have a ton of end lag. But now that we can Z-drop freely, we have a lot more opportunities to like air camp and platform camp, and set up C4 and platforms and all sorts of new stuff.
It's like Brawl Toon Link. Yeah, another thing about the forward smash, like, a lot of people are still mixed because it's a weaker attack, but some things that you can do with it is like, it's one, of course the hitbox is bigger, but also you kind of have like this high level tactic that, and I know a lot of Captain Falcons enjoyed, where you step back before you get to swing. And I think people have gotten used to using it like that now, so that's another reason why some people haven't decided if it's better or worse because, yeah, maybe it lost this, but it gained this. So people are kind of learning about how to make it useful.
Yeah.
My only comment on that is that in Smash 4 he had perfect pivot away F smash, which is essentially the same thing.
I miss pivoting, dude. I miss Smash 4 movement, but that's a different topic.
Yeah.
I think from then until now, basically, we've just been getting used to it took us several months for especially the dedicates to get used to how Toon Link worked in Ultimate. It took us a while to understand how he plays, and he plays completely differently from Smash 4.
Yeah, completely different.
Because the thing is, the way I like to think about it is that in Smash 4, Toon Link was was almost over centralized on bomb and up tilt, because those two moves were so good, and he relied on them so much. But everything else in this kit was sort of okay. I mean, forward air, boomerang, obviously those attacks are great too, but bomb and up tilt were so significant. In Ultimate, those two attacks specifically are a lot worse because up tilt also doesn't combo as well. Kill confirm percentage is worse. Bomb is worse because it bounces and less lag, but everything else got improved. Forward tilt, dash attack, arguably back air, up air got better. You can combo with down air now, so everything else has been improved.
Except back throw.
Except back throw.
I don't think back throw was changed, right? Like the knockback values are mostly the same, but just in the new engine with the stronger DI and stuff.
I think overall, though, our grab is much better.
Oh yeah, grab is better. Maybe not the throws, but the grab itself is better.
I think up throw is a lot better.
I think up there is a lot better too. And as I was about to say, on the topic of the new engine, I think that we really benefit from being able to use tilts out of a dash without having to turn around.
Oh my god, especially pivot cancel tilts.
Yeah, that, like, up tilt and F tilt, especially because you can kind of burst in with F tilt, or you can start up tilt combos from anywhere without... And the fact that you can combo up tilt out of a bomb extremely easily is really nice.
I think also on the topic of burst options, having a much better dash attack now is really important.
Mm-hmm.
I think dash attack is his best move, hands down, personally.
Honestly, I wouldn't argue.
I'm gonna have to disagree on that, but
That's strong. I would say F tilt is his best move.
I like F tilt. I respect that, but this new dash attack. Oh my god! Like,
The more I use dash attack, the more I feel like it's one of his best moves in his kit.
definitely at least a really good move.
At least like top 3, in my opinion.
definitely one of his best sword moves.
Thinker Ninja dash attack, but like he can still combo off of it too because it has such little end lag compared to Smash 4. Dash attack, neutral air, dash attack, frame trap with forward air. He just has these amazing juggles that you can make use of with the character now. You can fight without a bomb so much better. It makes a big difference because I think all of us got used to pulling bombs too much in Smash 4, but in Ultimate now he really can fight without a bomb, and that makes a difference.
I think like even with the new, I'm not sure what the word would be, but the new like utilizations for the back hit of Nair
Yeah.
that has like just been being applied. That's really like an interesting thing that we can do now because we can combo off that and even get back air strings off of it.
Yeah, I think the less landing lag really helped with that.
Yeah, he is landing there.
Yeah, Nair can confirm into dash attack too.
Even back hit Nair, like landing too, that'll work just the exact same.
Mhm.
So it gives you a lot of leniency.
Yeah, the thing is, from what I looked at in Smash 4, Toon Link had the frame data of a heavyweight, and that applied to landing lag too. He had like comparable to Bowser or something like that. It was really bad, but with less landing lag, now it really makes a difference, especially because like you know how like most aerials got like a percentage drop, like 60% less landing lag. Back air is like more than twice as fast. So like back air having those combos, even if there is, we'll talk about back air in a bit, but things landing forward air, landing neutral air, down air, up air, all those aerials, landing with them now makes such a big difference for safety and combos.
I think it's also important to note that in Smash 4, back air could auto cancel in a short hop, but we couldn't jump after it.
Oh yeah.
And now we have the ability to jump out of a short hop back air, which is really nice.
It makes a big... Honestly, he only had one aerial he could double jump out of. That's another thing that made him feel like a heavyweight sometimes in frame data in Smash 4.
I think you could do it with Nair and forward air.
Nair, you could use it in auto cancel, but that's it, right? You can only double jump out of forward air, but now you can double jump out of back air. That just gives you so many more options. and forward air and back air. You can just have so many more options. That's something that is really nice.
I think part of that is because of the buff that Toon Link got. I think it was patch 2.0, where his fair was able to auto cancel out of a short hop, which made it so we could kind of condition around shield a lot better.
Yeah, that buff actually made a nice difference. Cause I mean, we were expecting like other fixes, but this is like the one, you know, when you don't expect a change, and that change really helps you. And that was the forward air buff, because pressuring with forward air after dash attack is a nice new change you can get.
I think also they changed around Zair a few times, and it was like borderline unusable at the start of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's definitely gotten a lot better now.
How have we not talked about spin attack yet?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So good.
Probably his biggest buff, right? Like outside of engine changes.
I'd say so.
Arguably, yeah.
Grounded spin attack in Smash 4 just was not a move that you would ever want to use.
I mean, unless you were certain. I definitely used it.
3XA definitely used it a lot. I think it was after the Art of Toon Link. We were like, yeah, you know, I guess we can use it. And 3XA was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it covered normal getup, so decent.
Yeah.
But definitely like not to the extent that it does now.
No, yeah, now it's just better. It's more consistent. It's faster. It's safer. Everything.
And it kills.
And it kills. That's incredible.
And sends in the actual correct direction.
And it kills, and it catches spot dodges too, and rolls,
Just saying it out loud doesn't feel real.
and jumps.
Because this move has been such a meme. Like, look, it was so whatever until now. Now it's like, oh my god.
All those years of practicing.
Also, like with the engine changes with out of shield options, being able to up the out of shield without having to jump cancel is so much better.
It's one of the best out of shields in the game, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's probably one of like top 3 best up B out of shields in the game.
Yeah, fastest of all 3 links, and it can kill.
And the back hit of up B is frame 8. So even if you do it the wrong direction, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and it pulls them in and always sends them forwards.
And speaking of back hit of up B, how about the aerial version? Now we have a hitbox on the back of the aerial up B.
Yeah.
Which is it's sort of, we'll talk about that in a bit, I guess, but it does at least add some safety. And you remember when you used to lose your double jump for using up B?
Oh yeah.
I hated that.
Thank God that's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love being able to kind of like sometimes reverse up B at ledge and have it catch people because there's that back hitbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just pulls them off stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then if really big-bodied characters will sometimes get hit by both the front hit and the back hit, and get like an insane amount of damage from up air, up B.
It does so much damage when you do that. It's nice.
Unfortunately, big bodies also tend to fall out of it a lot.
I think part of that has to do with the auto link angle of the back hit being added, because when they're being hit with both hits of the front and the back hits of up B, it kind of starts knocking. It makes it so they can DI more because they're getting hit more, and so they can more easily SDI out of the move.
And I think the 4th hit doesn't launch properly.
Yeah, that too. It's a combination of a bunch of things.
The 4th hit in Smash 4 was so notorious. It was so bad when you had too much rage and on lightweights.
You could stage spike with it. It was so disgusting.
That was funny, at least.
Yeah, I think they removed that actually.
It would kill people at 0.
Oh yeah, you had like the Luigi gimp kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super uncommon, but it existed.
There's another thing with up B where if you're upping someone and they're kind of stuck between you and the stage, then they could sometimes get pushed into the back hit of up B when it ends. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's convenient when it happens.
You force them to take more damage, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even though spin attack has that back hit now, and now we have that whole inconsistency thing. That's a whole like Twitter conversation, like with that problem. And I guess we can move into other problems that Toon Link has, both with like changes to the engine and to him, things that maybe didn't convert properly, or things that just kind of suck.
I think the most important thing to mention about that is back air.
Mm-hmm.
Back air is frame 7, but the animation on back air starts on frame 5. So there's 2 frames where he swings like under him, but there's no hitbox.
And it makes it so when you're trying to back air out of shield, or you're back airing during a combo in which you go over them, you can't continue that combo, or you straight up can't hit the character out of shield. Like, the sword will go through them if you pause and look at Toon Link during it. And it kind of sucks. And it also kind of lost a lot of kill power, so it kind of lost that consistency, but at the same time it kind of gained the combo potential that it has and the ability to frame trap a lot better, especially with the decreased landing lag. So it depends on who you ask, but the move was definitely changed a lot in the transition.
I think it's definitely better than Smash 4, but still has some issues. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better.
I think we need to clarify that in Smash 4, it also didn't have that frame 6 hitbox. So that's not a nerf. It just never was there.
It's just an inconsistency.
Yeah.
I wish you could get a comparison because I don't know if the hitbox actually got smaller or not. It's hard to tell because like I don't know if it whiffed like that in Smash 4 or not.
I feel like it might be placebo, but it got larger horizontally.
Here, yeah, I can't show an image in a podcast, unfortunately, but
I'll let it in
yeah,
actually.
It's in a Smash 4 of like that frame 6 of back air. Just it never connected.
You know what?
It didn't exist.
I'll put it on the screen right here so people can see it. we can't see
Okay,
it, but yeah.
cool.
We probably have like a whole compilation of images.
That's going on the screen too right now.
That should be the entire podcast. The entire YouTube video should just be frame
Just a
6.
hit.
I'm just gonna have a
itself,
slideshow of back air images.
It's just that's just the entire thing. It's just a single GIF that's moving of back air not hitting.
Just back air frame 6 in every situation.
we've got a slideshow to work with here. It's beautiful in a terrible kind of way. I think one of the reasons I think it is, even though it's less consistent and it kills worse, that the fact that you can double jump out of back air in this game makes such a big difference for pressure because in Smash 4 the only area you could double jump out of was forward air, but now you have two options and that just gives you so many options. I missed the kill power, but that's still nice.
I've gotten times where I've gotten like where you would short hop back air, and if it hit, then you could immediately like double jump and nair for shield pressure, or you could fast fall and down tilt or grab or literally whatever you wanted. And it's really nice to have that option.
And Fury, I think you know a little bit about trying to make those back air ladder combos work, because that's a whole... Some people think that's a thing. A lot of people like me think it doesn't work properly. What can you tell us about that?
Alright, so, so going into like how it works, when you land with back air, it's around 35%, 35 to 45% is when it works best on most characters. Like I know on Ike, which is the character I test on most of the time, it's around 47. If you land with back air, most of the follow-ups are going to be true no matter what DI they choose. So you could do back air into another back air nair, or back air fair, or one of the most important ones at low percent is back air up tilt, or even back air F tilt if you want stage control. And then if you go for a second back air, they can DI it a bit more, but if you go for the up B after that, it will be true if they DI out both times. But if you go for a third back air, so that means landing back air into back air into back air, or two rising back airs, the up B will never be true. Unless it's basically that first inner hit of the back air that makes it. I've said back air like 18 times in the last two sentences, but
I think I'm gonna need a video to put on the screen so people can visualize it.
Nice back air.
Nice back air.
A compilation of Fury saying back.
so the first rising hit will always combo into up B if you get the inner hitbox. If you get the outer hitbox or a second bear, I'm just going to say bear because that's easier to say,
Yeah.
in a ladder, then it won't combo into up B. And the only thing you can really do at that point is kind of reset neutral or push your disadvantage by going for an air dodge read. Like if they air dodge in, you can go for an up air, or if they don't act, then you can kind of fast fall or try and set something up. But I think, yeah, that's one of the main things about it that's kind of hard to deal with, especially when none of those ladders are really true after like one or two hits of bear.
You have a character like Palutena who can just neutralize you 7 times without thinking. And now look at all this like in-depth, like you have to get the right positioning and you can't do it in this case, you can't. Why is it so complicated in this game? I think that's one thing a lot of people do want to see addressed, because it's so like specific, and there's so many specific situations and like things that you have to account for in order to get back air chains that it just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in where aggression is so heavily rewarded, but then this character can't land his combo properly. It's kind of frustrating. I find, at least.
Yeah, in around like 5 months of playing Toon Link in tournament play, I've only gotten a back air chain once.
Oh no.
I think one of the only ways I'm able to get back air is out of up throw, and even that combo is really inconsistent, and it doesn't work half the times I go for it.
I think up throw up air is much more consistent to go for.
That feel when Toon Link finally gets that throw combo and it's still kind of hard to use sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not really true. It's kind of true. I don't know.
It's true at like a really specific like percent range, but it's really hard to account for DI and stuff.
It's a decent frame trap. I think up throw, even just to set up for juggles, is pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Like at higher percents when we don't think back throw will kill, it's a pretty good option.
Avoid stealing the moves. Dude, you know, that actually just reminded me. I swear that I've killed with up throw more often than I've killed with back throw in this game. I am not exaggerating.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Back throw is like stage positioning dependent, and it won't kill at like 160 from what center stage on like mid weights.
I think it's only like 3 to 10% difference center stage on which one will kill earlier,
That hurts.
Yeah, up throw is a lot more consistent.
especially with platforms.
Thankfully, I actually have some data on hand because one of our boys, Prem the Fraud, has labbed this out.
Let's go Prem.
The kill percents of every throw. I think as of 5.0, with Banjo being added, his back throw is the 17th strongest back throw in the game at ledge.
Oh, that hurts.
It was like third in Smash 4.
Fourth, because Mewtwo actually had a better back throw, but even then, Mewtwo only uses up throw. Toon Link had the 4th best in Smash 4, but now it's like 17th. And that's if you don't include like things like Aura and Smash Heart for Shulk and stuff. And from center stage, I think it's between 12th to 15th, maybe 17th again, I don't remember. But it's one of those, and it's like significantly weaker than it used to be, so that just really hurts.
You can also DI it super far up to just go to the corner and live for really long.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And speaking of moves that don't seem to kill well enough, his smash attacks kind of feel that way right now.
Every single one.
His up smash, I kind of missed that up smash had more active frames in Smash 4. I think it was active for like 4 or 5 frames in Smash 4, now it's only active for 2.
In Smash 4, it was active, like if you're talking about the entire swing, it was active for 7 frames. It was active for 7 frames.
That's really good.
In Ultimate, I think it's only like 4 or 5.
In this game, I get up smash way more at lower percents than I got in Smash 4, but at higher percents, I would kill with it way more previously than in this game. A lot of the time, I get mix-ups out of up smash in this game, rather than killing straight up with it.
Yeah.
I think they buffed the weak hit a lot, but the strong hit just doesn't feel like it kills ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, people will live at 130. I'll up smash them, they're at 150 now and they're still alive.
It feels like they didn't improve it from, like, it feels like they grabbed the data from Smash 4 for most of its Smash attacks into Ultimate, and they didn't compensate for the changes of, like, knockback and stuff. So it just feels like it wasn't finished, basically.
Oh, something to note is that he kind of jumps during his up smash now. So I think it has a little bit more vertical range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a tweet about that. He does a little hop. You can actually tech things if you trade a spike with it. It's kind of funny.
It hits platforms too, like more consistently at least now, so that's a nice thing to have. The hop is nice, but it just needs to kill.
I've been using it a lot as like an out of shield option, just for damage.
You can set up like a mix-up situation at lower percents, up smash them, and if they air dodge, then you can like trap that, or if they jump, you can get that. But like if you do it at too low of a percent, you will get punished for hitting it at that because it's not safe on hit.
Yeah, I think at lower percents, GSA, or grounded spin attack, is a much better option out of shield.
Yeah.
Almost always.
I would only really use up smash if I'm trying to get damage and not trying to stale my kill moves.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
I think up smash is best around like mid percent.
Using smashes to not stale your kill moves sounds like backwards logic. It's like the unfortunate truth of Toon Link.
That's the life when grounded spin attack is better than all your smashes.
It really
It would
is.
be like that sometimes.
I think half of my kills are with grounded spin attack in this game.
Same.
That's fair.
I don't even know how I get my kills actually now that I think about it. It's grounded spin attack and
Or bomb confirms.
yeah, grounded spin attack, bonk runes, and grounded spin attack.
I think mine are mostly grounded spin attack, fair off stage, or a bomb confirm.
I kill so many people with raw fair and up air.
We haven't talked about Fair's changes, because Fair's changes are kind of great. The new hitbox for it it like hits above him now.
It's big.
It's big. It was big in Smash 4, but it's bigger and it hits above him, which it didn't do before.
It's so fast too.
So in a lot of cases, I'll hit people that are directly above me when it doesn't make any sense. And my friends will get really salty.
Dude, that happened to me the other day. I realized that. I felt like that didn't feel right. But it's kind of like how Lucina and Marth's forward air, they cover like above them. They cover full hop and short hop at the same time because it's so big.
Right.
It'll get to a point where you can just kind of like drift off stage and then double jump fair, and it'll catch like half the recoveries in the game. It's like insane.
Mm-hmm.
And at 60%, it'll kill out like halfway off the stage into the blast zone. Like if you're on Town and City and you get maybe down tilt and then you run off and double jump fair if they try to buff for an option, and that'll just straight up kill at like 50.
I feel like fair hits farther below Toon Link now too.
I think so, yeah. It's basically Lucina's, but going from the bottom to the top. And a lot slower.
A lot slower. But strong at least.
I would say that fair is Toon Link's best sword move.
Toon Link's best sword move.
Dash attack?
Aerial, sure.
Yeah. I think Nair, I don't know. Nair and fair, I don't know. I couldn't decide between Nair and fair, personally.
Up air is also kind of incredible
Yeah.
in its own way.
Up air kills so early too.
They're all pretty good, except down air is okay. I mean,
Downers, okay.
Down air is definitely a lot better than Smash 4 though.
down there has mixed feelings.
So actually, the universal changed from Smash 4 where all the aerials got like their end lag halved. I mean landing lag halved. It doesn't matter for like every aerial as much as it matters for down air, because down air had 40 frames of landing lag in Smash 4. Now I think it has like 18, which is a huge buff.
40, by the way, is the most landing lag in the game. Like 40 is the most an aerial could have in Smash 4. So Toon Link's there. But now it's like 26, I believe.
It's 23. I'm reading
Okay,
it
23.
right now.
That's still 17 frames shaved off. That's a huge buff.
Downer combos?
Yeah, it can combo into up tilt now.
Or up air.
Dude, remember when everyone joked about landing with downer in Smash 4? They're in neutral, but now it's an actual option.
Yeah, now it's actual thing. Yeah.
I think losing slow dare recently kind of hurt, but
It did.
it's still a pretty good option for landing.
I really miss slow dare. That's a 10-year glitch. So glitch depending on how you think about it, but that's 10 years of slow dare. Now they removed it.
Honestly, at first I thought it was like kind of bad that they got rid of it, but I actually feel like it might be better just as like a really strong mix-up if your opponent's like right below you trying to shark you.
It really helps that it's disjointed too.
But I don't know, it's not necessarily a nerf, but
I don't think it's a black and white buff nerf because it's just a change, and I think we can apply that change in different ways. Basically, maybe we can't auto cancel down air anymore, but we have like he still like does the rise before he falls, so he can still like avoid some attacks using it.
Kind of similarly to forward smash.
And it still kills super early at ledge if you two frame it.
Oh yeah.
One of the strongest downers in the game.
Most characters can't even recover if they get spiked at 0.
So what about F tilt?
Yeah, how have we not talked about forward tilt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, forward tilt.
Ever since I was a casual in Brawl, forward tilt was my favorite move, but now it's actually good.
It's incredible.
At 2 frames, it hits behind him. The sour spot kills it like 150 or 140 even on some characters.
The strong hit has this insane angle.
yeah, the Sakura angle kills her.
And if you get the back hit or even like the closer hit, then it can tech chase, which can kill even earlier. Plus it can combo out of bomb and boomerang, and can be a great mix-up and a burst option with pivot cancels.
Forward tilt dash attack is my new bread and butter combo because it combos like that now. And the wonderful thing is like that back hitbox has always existed, but it's never sent the way he's facing. Now he just says, hey, you trying to get off ledge? Get back off stage.
Like you could just cover like, if they roll, you can dash back and F tilt on reaction, and it'll catch a roll almost every time from ledge.
It's pretty good at covering get up attacks too.
It's a big sword for such a little boy.
I'm looking at all of his moves. I think we haven't mentioned down tilt at all.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of the biggest things about down tilt in this game is the fact that I think it's -6 on shield,
Yeah.
which makes it really good for conditioning, and the fact that you can space it and it spaces out most grabs in the game that aren't tethers means that you can get things like down tilt into like some sort of aerial if they jump, or you can grab, or you can do basically anything after that. And the fact that you can with our increased run speed and the engine as a whole, if anybody buffers an option out of down tilt, then you can just get them off stage with a fair, with a nair, with a up B, and it also combos straight into dash attack, like reliably up until like 40%, which I think is really nice, especially with how good dash attack is in this game.
I think it's also nice to note that down tilt has the highest non-guaranteed trip chance in the entire game.
50%.
I have noticed that, but I feel like it's harder to combo off of it in this game than it was in Smash 4. Like, even if I just, like, on reaction see it and try to up tilt, I feel like I missed it a lot. Same with neutral air.
Yeah, perfect pivot up tilt was really good for that.
It is kind of a read that you have to go for if you want to do like a down tilt into a perfect pivot up tilt or forward smash or something. But it does exist. It does make it like safer on hit most for the when it does trip. And jab?
Yeah, so for jab, after jab 3 in this game, Toon Link strikes like a little pose when he pulls the sword back, so it makes it a lot more punishable on shield. And he lost a lot of his mix-ups like jab jab F smash on shield. But I think he's got some nice stuff now. Like, jab is much better at setting up for tech chases, especially at lower percent. And even at like mid percent, it sends at a really nice angle. And there's some good setups into it too. Like, you could do up tilt nair jab, and that's all true.
So here's what I really like about jab is at 0% it'll always send into a tech chase, and starting around 30% I think you can start tech chasing with boomerang, which is really good if you do short hop angle down boomerang. So he definitely has some stuff off of jab, as well as you could do like jab jab, and then if you know they're gonna hold shield, you can like delay an up B, and then it'll either catch shield drop, or if their shield's already low, you could shield poke with up B, which is really good. And then that's also really good as well if you're behind their shield and they don't have a good out of shield option behind them.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't mentioned arrow at all.
Oh
No.
yeah,
Arrow.
it feels. I like it a lot better in this game.
Everybody talks about Young Link Arrow, but they forgot Toon Link has one too.
I think arrow's like, it's so good for frame traps.
And it's really good for mix-ups, like just grounded, into dash attack, into grab,
And hitting people off stage.
and hitting people off stage too. Like if you just shoot an arrow at a Ganon that doesn't have his jump, he's just dead.
You can kind of ledge trap with it too.
Forcing air dodges.
Like if you're holding a bomb and you stand at like roll distance and you just charge an arrow, you can cover basically everything except for a jump off ledge, and you can even cover that if you time it right. Because arrow bomb fair is a true confirm.
And how about locking with arrow from a distance, just in case you couldn't run up and jab?
Do you guys get that at all?
I actually don't.
I've gotten it a couple times.
I would not really go for the jab in that situation.
I think the only times that I've gone for it is if people DI down on a tech chase, really, because jab wouldn't be fast enough.
Something that I think that we haven't tried much is like if you do like an up tilt or up smash on a platform or something like that, and they don't take on a platform, you could try to short hop an arrow to lock them, because that was a thing in Smash 4. A few people would try. I know Zan and Snaz and tried that a bunch. You could throw them on a platform and then shoot an arrow, and then you could get this whole setup with it, knocking them back down for resets.
You could also push them off.
Yeah.
Push them off the platform, yeah.
You could ledge cancel it in Smash 4 too.
Yeah, there's a lot of those that, like, you can't do the same thing because locking isn't as potent as it was in Smash 4 with, like, resetting setups and stuff, but it still has that as an option, which is something that only Link and Toon Link can do, which is really nice.
One thing Toon Link lost over coming from Smash 4 to Ultimate is if you would catch a bomb with neutral air with a short hop, then you could buffer a Z drop and it would C4 it. But in this game, since the end lag and a bunch of the engine was changed, you can't do that with Nair, but you can do it with arrow. So if you short hop then arrow, then you have 1 frame before you hit the ground, which means you can double jump, you can air dodge, or you can Z drop a bomb, which means you can lay the bomb there and you can use it to kind of make setups. It's kind of niche, but it's nice to have.
We've ignored down smash.
Oh, yeah, well,
As we should.
yeah. I kind of was thinking it was included when we talked about weak smash attacks, but
That's all we're gonna say about it.
yeah.
The weak smash attack.
Yeah. Is down smash a nerf or a buff? I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think it's a nerf.
I think it's a nerf.
So, do you remember early Smash 4, the front hit of down smash would do that thing where it sends you super far away if the second hit doesn't connect, and that's the Best the move ever was.
I love that.
I remember there was this clip where Biddy got that against someone he was losing against. He did it like 0%, and he won. I'm glad they changed it.
So yeah, in Smash 4, the front hit would send towards the back, but now both the front hit and back hit send away, which I don't know. I think it's a good change overall because you can be facing either way and use it.
Yeah, both hits are. At least you can use each hit, and like, there's if you hit an aerial opponent with down smash, it would do nothing, so that's nice. But both hits are so weak. Oh my god.
You can kind of tech chase with it, but it's usually just a better idea to just ground and spin attack.
Yeah.
I feel like down smash is a good move, but we have a move that would replace it in almost every scenario that we would use it normally.
Pretty
in this
much.
game, I feel like
For sure.
Like you could down smash at ledge, but you could forward tilt. You could
down smash to cover rolls. But you could up smash or GSA instead.
Yeah, you could tech chase, but you could also just react with dash attack because it's faster and covers more range.
I think its main niche is just hitting people below ledge.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, two framing.
Which F-tilt's better at anyway.
I've seen Suna do some nice 2 frames with down smash, so it works for that purpose. It's just really, really niche. And I wish it was a little stronger so we could use it and have more excuses to use it, really.
So something to note is that it starts on the same frame as F tilt. So down smash and F tilt are the same startup.
Yes, but also remember that forward tilt starts behind him. Once it reaches in front, that's like 11 or 12 or
That's
something.
true.
So down smash is faster at least. And it has like one of the longest ranges for his normals, I believe.
Yeah.
Down smash is like his farthest reaching attack for that kind of speed. So it has that distinction.
One thing about down smash and F tilt at ledge, I was looking at it a while back. I was trying to find percents of when, like, which would be optimal in certain situations. And they kill... Okay, the weird thing is that without DI, F tilt kills slightly earlier. But if you DI F tilt down, since it's a semi-spike, the sweet spot, then you can live longer than if you DI down smash inwards towards the stage, the optimal DI for it. Which means if somebody knows how to DI F tilt and they have a decent recovery, then it would be better to go for down smash at high percents, but it's like, it's really situational and a lot of people won't expect it anyway. So I would just go for F tilt, especially because it's safer.
So basically, F tilt and down smash kill at almost the same percent, and they sort of have a DI mix up. But why you gotta do that? It's so like, that's so specific.
Yeah, and that's ignoring like the fact that down smash has way more end lag. So down smash is 46 total frames, while F tilt is only 29.
Yeah, down smash has so much more lag on that as well.
Which it doesn't deserve for
Yeah,
how weak it is.
exactly. Which is something we hope that they could address, hopefully. I guess from now, we can talk about kind of the results and the presence that Toon Link has had, and most of his notable players. So, who are the most notable players in the world who play Toon Link right now? All 2 of them.
Currently, I say that we have basically one big player in most regions outside the US.
Yeah.
We have Sigma, Sigma is still getting results in Japan with Toon Link, and Rima was as well, but then Rima is now secondarying / pocketing Toon Link because he picked up Joker, but he has our best win to date with the character.
Zachary.
And then we have, in the EU, we have a couple of people. We have most notably Suna, who got 3rd at... I'm kind of slow. What was the tournament?
That Suna did well at? The tournament that Suna did the best at, I think, is 3rd at Dokumi 2019. He's also gotten a 5th at Brussels Challenge Major Edition, which are 2 kind of notable European tournaments. And I believe he's on the Germany PR, but I haven't seen it recently, so I don't know exactly what his placement is. But I think it's safe to say he's the best Toon Link player in Europe.
And then we have Hyuga, who still competes at locals and regionals in Mexico.
And he secondary is Snake.
Apparently he has an Isabel for some reason, too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he plays all 3 links, actually.
Yeah. And then in the US, there are a couple of Toon Links, most notably the man himself that's on the podcast right now.
Hi.
3XA.
Let's go 3XA.
Let's go. And then we also have, in Canada, we have Sonic and XCal.
Yeah, XCal being, I think, the standout in this case, because he has a 5th place at DreamHack Montreal, and he's also ranked number 1 in his home region of Ottawa, so he's doing well in home region, and hopefully he'll have a chance to travel more to show that power.
And then we also have Kevin.
Kevaros.
Kev Eros, yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's Kev Eros.
And then there's Oreo and Level 1, and just a bunch of smaller ones around
Hayato.
just here and there.
I know Yeti has games. He has games with Toon Link. He hasn't fully picked them up because he loves Mega Man, and it's good that he's doing as well as he is with Mega Man, but he does still have that heart for Toon Link,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I think Zan is in the exact opposite situation right now. Like, he's playing the character, but, like, he plays the character, like, he constantly talks about him, but he's constantly talking about how much he hates the character, and it's kind of funny.
He did say he's going Toon Link.
Friendship ended with Toon Link. Now Young Link is my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing kind of happened with Sonic, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sort of. It's funny. Sonic is like, he's tri-maining Toon Link, Young Link, and Pichu, which is really hard. You're playing 3 really difficult characters. But he does think that Toon Link is better than Young Link, and that he has a better game plan with Toon Link over Young Link, personally. I think that's everyone. So you have Sonic from Manitoba, Canada, XCal from Ontario, Canada, specifically Ottawa, and he also reaches Montreal. You have Kevaros from New England, I believe.
He's from Connecticut. He's PR.
Connecticut. You have Yeti from Minnesota. You have 3XA from NorCal, Suna from Germany, and I don't know the sub-regions of Japan, unfortunately, so we can only say Sigma, Rima, Level 1, and such, all in Japan.
Does Hayato still play Toon Link?
Yes.
I think he does.
I've seen a few of his results pop up every now and then, so there's a decent representation of Toon Links in Japan, like a lot of the old ones and a lot of new ones. I think I've seen more Toon Links than any other Link in Japan. T is like the standout Link and Young Link, but I don't think I've seen too many of the other Links in Japan.
Yeah, I agree. We also, I think the only other major Toon Link that we lost, besides the ones that we have mentioned, was probably Biddy from Smash 4.
Yeah, Biddy was one of the best in all of the US, especially towards the end of Smash 4. He was getting a lot in it, but he's on that Young Link train. I don't know what he thinks about Toon Link right now.
I think he's pretty dedicated to Young Link. He's having a lot of fun with the character, and he's getting good results.
Which is really good. It's nice that he's found a character that he likes in this game.
I'm happy for him as well. I think nobody really holds ill will to the Toon Links who've converted, because hey, if they like the character, oh, that reminds me, Jay Dizzle from Australia, he won a major with Young Link.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I'm happy that the character, that Young Link is treating those guys nicely, because he is a really cool and hype character. But Toon Link as well. Toon Link has the stuff as well.
I think people like to say they're similar, but I think they feel very different, and they reward different skills.
For sure.
When I play Young Link, he's really fun, but I don't get the same kind of like enjoyment that I do for Toon Link. Just something about how he hits, something about how he plays. It's just a little bit different. And a point you were saying earlier was we don't want to shame these people. Like, I think we all just want everyone to play whatever character they enjoy the most. Hopefully, we can enjoy Toon Link more and more and more as the meta progresses and we get more patches.
Hard agree. Hoping that hopefully we can address some of the issues, because Toon Link is really good, I think, in his current form. We just want him to be even better, and I think that we can all help him get to that point, especially with, the podcast and all the projects that we're trying to use to unify this character. All right, I feel like that's a good point to end our first episode on. I want to thank everybody who's made it to the end of the podcast so far for listening, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. We're always open to how we can improve. This is, of course, our first episode. We're hoping to improve and level up our podcast to be even better. So if you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. We have a pretty large team working on this, so we're hoping to push this podcast to pretty nice heights. Actually, I think now's a good time to hand out the thank yous. So there's a lot of people that helped us work behind the scenes in order to get everything started for the podcast, so I think now's a good enough time to hand that all out. So first, big thank you goes to Rikavu. They're the artists that worked on all the art that you see on the channel, especially the big podcast recording with the 5 Toon Links in the room. which is a fabulous art piece they worked on. Really big thank you goes out to Rikavu. You can follow them on Twitter at Rikavu_. Next big thank you goes to TechTas. He's the audio engineer basically in our team who helps us make sure that our sound quality is pretty good, and hoping to upgrade it all as we go along as well. But he's helped us so far and will continue to help us make sure we sound pretty good on the mic. Other thank yous go out to Theas for being the one to suggest the idea to us, TNT who also helps us with some of the promotional graphics and with setting up the podcast. Some other things I want to be able to do with this podcast in the future, I want to be able to talk about matchups. Maybe we can have some special guests come in every now and then. I want to talk about moves. I want to talk about nice developments that we have in our community for our Discord server as well, because of course, again, this is run by most of the Discord Toon Link community for like joint matchups and stuff like that. And so we're pretty excited for the future. I think that we have a lot of potential, and hopefully you guys will stick along for the ride, and it'll be really fun to listen to. So this has been Moobs,
Happy.
Fury.
BSP.
Big say.
and we'll be signing off. Thank you all for listening, and good night.